Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing to share with you guys. No idea what's in here, but we're going to find out together. This package was sent by Tim. Thank you very much, Tim, for sending this in. And thanks so much to my generous patrons who are supporting me right now. There's a link for Patreon right down below. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. I sound like that thing that they read, you know, after like they're advertising some new type of medicine, right? Their side effects include, and then it's like two people skipping in the park and everything's okay, but they're reading over a list of like horrible side effects, right? That's absolutely not what I'm doing. I want you to follow me on social media. There are no harmful side effects to that, other than what I mean harmful. You're probably gonna get, you know, really interested in knives and stuff, right? Please subscribe and follow me. That was a terrible. Just gave people a bunch of reasons not to, but like if you like knives and stuff, which I'm assuming you do because you're watching right now, then follow me on Instagram. You might end up getting super duper interested in this stuff. In fact, you might turn into me. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, wait. Wait a sec. Is this? Oh, no, this is directly from, it says Tim, but that's because it had to come to the US first. This is directly from Andre De Villiers. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, this is the Pit Boss. Oh wait, no, is it for directly from Andre? I have one. Is this a button lock? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, this is directly from Andre De Villiers. So he actually reached out to me. Hello, Andre. He reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you like to check out a button lock Pit Boss?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely, because button locks are super popular right now." So this has a safety on it so that the button lock can't disengage, and then you can. So here's what I like immediately. Number one, it is very smooth. This is also a huge knife. Huge and thick, very like definitely in your face, right? We've got carbon fiber, looks like marble carbon fiber, and then I wonder if let's see. Yeah, titanium. And then we have a titanium clip, and the blade steel is S35VN. This is going to be expensive. I've kind of had my thoughts about S35VN, you know, here recently being, it's kind of being pushed out by S45VN and some of these newer steels, right, that are, honestly, incrementally different. But in any case, it is completely and totally solid. It's been a while since I've handled an ADV. You guys remember that I talked about the Butcher a while back. I used to own, actually, it was a 2014 or 2013 Tack Butcher. I believe it was all black. But this is cool, and this is a very non-traditional button. Normally, on every single button lock I've ever handled, the button is a circle, right? So what we have here is a rectangle that's been diamond textured, and it works beautifully. You can also, definitely get your hands right there. He's got kind of a cog pattern over that hole. This is interesting. Now, I don't know if this is available yet or not. I will link this guy down below if I can. Pocket clip, I'm definitely familiar with that. Yeah, and it's got the little roller thing on it, so that's cool. Yeah, it's absolutely solid, up, down, left to right. I kind of like the idea of the safety thing. I mean, I guess it's the same idea as the, you know, like on an auto. Like, do you need it? Do you not need it, right? But I don't know. I kind of like it, no matter where you're squeezing. I mean, I don't know. Some people are going to view that as kind of in the way. But it's neat, and everything is solid, and it's very clicky. It's not like a slow slide. It's a deliberate click. There's no in-between position. It's just going to be there. You can hear it. It's very audible. Definitely going to be running on bearings. Definitely has a nice detent, right? Kind of wish the blade was tumbled, but it looks good, and it does come down to a very thin edge. This is huge. This is a big knife. Let's go ahead and measure it. Overall length is coming in at 9.75 inches with a almost 4.5 inch blade, and easily, yeah, we're looking at a little over 4 inch cutting edge there. That's cool. Let's weigh it because it really doesn't. This is not a review. This is just first impressions. Let's go ahead and weigh it here real quick. 6.81 ounces. That's heavier than I thought it was going to be, but I'm thrown off because the balance is... Wow, okay, so the balance, look at that. So I'm in the most forward position that I can be in, and it's still wanting to come forward, which means the balance is likely... Let's get it. Let's see if we can find it exactly. Here's the balance point right there. It's right behind the pivot. That's why it's throwing me off. It's a nearly 7-ounce knife, but it's so big and the balance is so close to the pivot that it really does throw you off. Now, this has these very specific positions where it wants you to put your hands. And while it is comfortable, right? They've knocked the corners down. There's no places that are sharp. There's some areas that are a little bit angular, but it is comfortable in this position. I still like to have a little bit more freedom. So I'll admit, yeah, it's comfortable. I mean, the one position they want you to hold it, it's absolutely comfortable. It's just you have no choice. It's absolutely. I mean, my hands fit perfectly in this knife, but this is where you have to hold it, right? The jimping is the jimping's in the right place. Let's take a look at that detent here. Whoops. Yeah, it's kind of because it's so it does slip in there. But no detent lash or anything like that. It makes a cool noise when you deploy it too. Listen. Yeah. Absolutely. Does this have... Yeah. Does it? So there's a pivot adjustment and there's another adjustment inside there. And if I remember correctly, I think it may not be the same on this guy. I don't know. You might be able to adjust the detent a little bit with this guy. I'll have to confirm that. We'll get some more details on this. There's a lot going on with the milling up here in the carbon fiber. Interesting knife. Pit Boss 1. Okay. Well, I will link this guy down below if you can find it. I don't know if it's available right now or not. He did mention that he was going to send it. And I do appreciate Andre De Villiers for sending this in. If you guys have not checked out his social media, you should. He has some extremely interesting designs. Andre De Villiers has been around for a long time. The aesthetic of his knives is very striking. There's a lot going on. I mean, I remember for a long time, like there being this whole, it was when he brought the Butcher to the scene. That was the knife that got me to pay attention to Andre De Villiers in the first place. And I think it was Jim Skelton, as is the case with a lot of the knives that I got interested in back in 2012, 2013. It was Jim Skelton who brought my attention to Andre De Villiers. And it was the Butcher. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that. That, to me, was kind of the start of the obsession with the cleaver blades on folding knives. And ever since then, I've always been attracted to cleaver blades. But you'll find that a lot of the aesthetic, kind of the aggressive aesthetic is translated into a lot of his other designs. So if you like the Butcher, you're probably going to find that you like a lot of his other designs. He makes a lot of big knives, a lot of very aggressive sort of tactical knives. And the fit and finish is always really, really good, or at least the ones that I've handled have always been really good. These are definitely expensive. Andre De Villiers is a South African knife maker. So yeah, you're definitely going to be looking at a higher price tag. We will talk about this in the full review. Expect to see that here in a few weeks. Make sure you check him out, Andre De Villiers, on Instagram. And I will link the available knives, whether this is available or not, I will link Andre De Villiers knives right down in the description so you guys can take a look at what is available right now. Thanks again. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.